to celebrate. So give yourself a round of applause just for being here today. Give yourself another round of applause just for being here today. That's much better, that's much better. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Welcome all Board of Regents, students, faculty, and staff. And we appreciate you for being here today. Thank you.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? Well, let me first begin by thanking all of you for being here this morning, for joining us on this great occasion. Black history is American history. It is our history. And for us to have a bright future, we need to know what happened in the past. So again, I want to thank you all for being here. But mostly, I want to thank Ms. Sanders and all faculty and staff who have helped put this event together, a student as well. Thank you all. My great friends are here. You know I love you all, right? Thank you all for always making us proud. Keep it up. And Dr. McCutcheon, thank you for being our great ambassador. Thank you. We all appreciate you. And again, Mr. and Ms. KSU, thank you for always representing KSU so well. And the last, I want to thank our guest speaker for taking time to join us this morning. I'm not going to steal his thunder because he's going to come here and share the fabulous thing he wanted to share with us. So once again, thank you all for being here this morning.
To those from near and far, good morning to you all. I am Amrea Wrights, a senior thoroughbred majoring in child development raised in Columbus, Ohio. And I elegantly serve the Hill as the exquisite and elite 94th Miss Kentucky State University.
O-M-A-R-I. Omari, Swahili meaning highborn, as I am covered by the Most High. Greetings, I am Omari Savion Fleming, a graduating senior music performance major hailing from the Brewer City, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I am proud and humbled to serve as the 30th Mr. Kentucky State University.
Greetings to the Board of Regents, administration, faculty, staff, and our wonderful guests.
To begin the ceremony, we would like to welcome formally those present today on the Hill. If there are any members of the Board of Regents present, please stand to be recognized. If there are any elected officials present, please stand. If there are any members of the clergy present, please stand. You are Black history.
Here along our yellow brick road, where history and tradition run deep as an esteemed historically Black university. As KSU, we stand as a beacon of historical excellence, celebrating our culture. Today, we extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished ambassadors of that Kelly green and resplendent gold, the epitome of true Black history.
And we welcome you to the Black History Month celebration.
Good morning. We're going to try that again. Good morning. Welcome to the Kentucky State University. My name is Sega Musia, and I am a graduating senior here studying biology. I will be reading Melanin Symphony by Maya Anthony Free today. In every shade, a story bold. Melanin Symphony, centuries old. A canvas rich with history's brush. In our skin, a time's gentle hush. Dusk his hues, sun's embrace. In our color, the world's grace. A spectrum wide and beauty true. In our tones, a vibrant hue. Pride in color in every line. In our skin, history's sign. Melanin's beauty, in us it sings. In our shades, history's wings.
DeMarcus Hopson is a native of Madisonville, Kentucky, and the oldest son of 6 children. As an educator, favorite public speaker, and gift of order, Hopson brings a wealth of knowledge across a diverse array of subjects ranging from military history and the nuanced experience of historically black colleges and universities to cultural competency and the dynamics of educating males of color. His insights into historically black Greek letter fraternity and sorority life, the contemporary Christian journey, and the multifaceted history of the United States are deeply informed by his understanding of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. His thought-provoking contributions have been featured in respected publications such as the Kentucky Bluegrass Guard magazine, American Baptist newspaper, and the United States DoD Press, among others. DeMarcus' remarkable talent in distilling complex topics into accessible and practical insights, particularly in the realms of higher education, policy, enrollment management, and student affairs, have established him as a trusted mentor and advisor. His strategic guidance is routinely sought after for its clarity and capacity for positive outcome in educational settings. Known for his transformative and cooperative leadership style, consistently cultivating environments where teamwork and collective achievement are paramount. Hopson's leadership methodology is characterized by open dialogue, mutual respect, and a shared pursuit of common objectives, all of which have been instrumental in bringing together diverse groups to accomplish unified goals. His leadership acumen extends beyond internal team dynamics involving community stakeholders, alumni, and industry efforts to enhance educational experience. This approach, grounded in inclusivity and collaboration, not only drives the growth of institution, but also fosters a holistic, student-focused educational environment. This reflects his unwavering dedication to academic excellence and ensuring equitable access to education. Additionally, in just the past 3 years, Hopkins successfully secured, managed, and allocated over $1.5 million in grants and sponsored programs. In his educational pursuit, DeMarcus graduated from the Kentucky State University in Frankfort, Kentucky, as well as from the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College and the Army University, both located in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. Currently, he is furthering his academic endeavors by pursuing an executive PhD in higher educational leadership at Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. After more than 13 years of dedicated service, DeMarcus honorably concluded his career with the United States Army. His tenure in the military was distinguished by various leadership roles, such as Command State Historian, Army Recruitment Operations Specialist, and Strategic Leader within the 2nd out of 138 Field Artillery Battalion of the 138 Fires Brigade, particularly during deployments. This experience cemented his reputation as a leader, both in uniform and beyond. In the civilian sphere, DeMarcus continues to demonstrate his leadership prowess. He actively participates in a range of professional, civic, and community organizations where he takes on numerous leadership roles, continuing his commitment to service and community engagement. Hopson currently serves as the Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Access at Georgetown College in Georgetown, Kentucky. In this pivotal role, he is charged with the strategic oversight and leadership of the college's enrollment initiatives. He spearheads efforts to not only attract and retain a diverse student body, but also ensures equitable access to educational opportunities, particularly for minority and undeserved communities. DeMarcus believes our availability is our greatest asset in which to avail his gifts and talents with the aim of propelling the communities towards continuous progress and elevation. As a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, he embodies the fraternity's ideals in his personal and professional life. Hopson is joyfully married to his love of his life, and together they are the doting parents of 3 beautiful daughters. Please give a warm welcome to DeMarcus Hopson.
Imagine a world woven in dreams where justice flows like radiant streams. Imagine a path lit by the past where lessons of history steadfastly last. Imagine a voice rising serene, echoing heroines unseen. Imagine the courage deep and profound in every heartbeat, in every sound. Imagine the future bright and clear where equality's call rings loud, far and near. Imagine our journey bold and grand, hand in hand across this land. Now, let the vision guide us here at Kentucky State University, where dear is her name, and the dreams of the future are yet to be. In the halls of learning, minds set free. Don't it be, oh, don't it be good to be free. Imagine, oh imagine in thoroughbred pride, where knowledge and wisdom in hearts they reside. Here at KSU we stand, we strive to keep the shared dream vibrantly alive. Imagine, yes, imagine as we unite and stand in this moment, in this land at Kentucky State University, where we see the power of dreams as the key to be free. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and honored guests, as we embrace the power of imagination and the richness of our history, it is my privilege to stand before you in this revered hall of Kentucky State University. A special acknowledgement to our esteemed president for his dedicated service to our institution and to his cabinet, whose visionary leadership guides our institution. To the SGA president and his board for your commitment to student excellence and the advocacy that shines brightly, shaping the future of this great university. To Mr. and Miss KSU, your embodiment and you embody the thoroughbred spirit and pride that inspires us all. And to you, the scholars of this esteemed academy. Today, we continue to weave the tapestry of dreams and the realities as we embark on today's journey as we reflect on imagination. Good morning. I said good morning. Now, as you all can't tell, I'm shy. So I want to first acknowledge the president again and this cabinet, this body. Let's give these students another round of applause for their wonderful, wonderful service to this institution. I take it as an honor to stand here as an alum of Kentucky State University, having walked these very halls to help shape me into the man that I am today. In part, who I am is because of this place, and I will forever be indebted to Kentucky State University. Not only that, but there are some special folks that I've noticed out in the audience. First, one my advisor, former advisor. I have to tell this short story. I missed her class Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. my freshman year. And on a Saturday, she walked across campus to the old Young Hall, found my dorm, beat on my door, and ensured that I was in her class the next Monday morning. Now, who does that kind of stuff? If you would stand Professor Emerita Patricia Higgins, Dr. Patricia Pearson. She's here today. And also a dear mentor who has elevated me in every area of leadership during my time in capacity as not only a student, but as a professional here, where I cut my teeth as a higher ed professional. Dean Lake is here, the Dean Emeritus. Hey, where's he at? I know I saw him. Dean Emeritus, Dr. Gashal Lake. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Good to see you. Now, as we dive into today's conversation, I want us to imagine. Everybody say imagine. I want us to imagine a world that we want it to be based on equality, based on equity, based on justice. So if I had to tag a title to today's conversation, I want y'all to help me out and somebody shout back at me, thoroughly. Come on, say thoroughly agitated. Come on, say thoroughly agitated. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Thoroughly agitated. As we let these words of imagination linger in the air, let us transition from the realm of what could be to the reality of what has been and what is and what will be. Today, as we gather in the spirit of Black excellence, we embark on a journey not just of reflection, but of understanding and of action. Somebody say action. In the tapestry of history, the resilience of African people and their descendants stand as a testament of human endurance and the strength that we have. From the grandeur of ancient African empires like Mali and Egypt, known for their advanced societies and wealth, to the endurance of enslaved people during the Middle Passage and on plantations, this resilience has been a constant. Despite harsh conditions, African Americans maintain their cultural heritage, created spirituals and folktales, and formed resistant networks like the Underground Railroad. The journey reflects a force of transformation, akin to the violent spin of a cycle of a washing machine. Y'all hear that? The abrupt uprooting of the African people to America marked a dramatic change in state. Y'all hear that? From freedom to bondage. In America, African Americans adapted to this new environment and societal structures. Y'all hear that? Leading to the evolution of a unique African American culture that blended African and American elements. Y'all hear that? Throughout history, this persistence has been evident in various forms. Y'all hear that? From the tireless advocacy of abolitionists like Frederick Douglass to the relentless activism of civil rights leaders like Rosa Parks and Martin King, the struggle for justice has been ongoing, and we're going to fight until we get it right. The struggle has been marked by continuous literation and contributions to legal battles and grassroots movements, reflecting and yielding the movement of a washing machine agitator. Y'all hear that? Working relentlessly for a thorough clean. Somebody say a thorough clean. The civil rights movement stands as a pivotal cycle in this process. Key events such as the Montgomery bus boycott, the March on Washington, and the passing of landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 were all crucial. These, along with methods of active protest like sit-ins and freedom rides and embracing Black power, represented peak moments of agitation essential for significant societal change. Imagine if you, a washing machine, not merely just this mundane appliance, imagine, But imagine this washing machine to be a profound metaphor for our shared history and the enduring struggle of the African American people in this country. This machine, in its steadfast rhythm, this machine, in its vivid echo of our journey, this machine, which agitated and turned with resistant songs like Lift Every Voice and the agitation of this cycle is the heartbeat of our ancestors and the unbroken cadence in the dance that we are thoroughly advised to take. Yet within this rhythm lies a deeper and more complex blues, a melody of pain, sacrifice, and struggle, often unacknowledged by those who would borrow our rhythm. This washing machine, whose rhythm they want but don't want, the blues. This washing machine, they tell a story of a people whose dance in the rain of challenges, whose rhythm had captivated the world, but whose blues, often hidden in the spine, remain a testament of our resilience and unyielding hope. In this metaphor, we find not just the history of our past, but the resounding instrument of the present and the rhythm of our future. Y'all hear it? The washing machine. At its heart lies the agitator, a central spindle, tirelessly working back and forth, much like the relentless spirit of our ancestors and leaders. It moves with purpose and resilience, symbolizing the unyielding effort of those who fought against the tides of injustice. From the ancient kingdoms of Africa to the shores of the New World, through the dark era of slavery and into the hearts of the civil rights movement, the agitator reflects the persistent struggle for dignity and equality for black folks. As the machine runs its course, it agitates the water and the clothes, creating a turbulent yet cleansing environment. This turbulence represents the upheaval of history. The wars, the protests, the legislative battles, all necessary for the purpose of cleansing and renewing. Just as the agitator disrupts the stillness of the water to remove the grime of the clothes, so have our leaders and communities disrupted complacency to challenge and uproot unseated inequalities. And then there's the rinse cycle of the wash. This is a way to loosen the dirt. Akin to the achievements of the civil rights movement, the breaking down of barriers, and the gradual progress towards equity. Yet the cycle is never truly complete. The need for agitation and renewal is ongoing, reflecting our continuous journey towards a more equitable society. Somebody say thoroughly agitated. This metaphor of the washing machine we see not just as a household chore, but a powerful representation of our history, of our struggle, and of our relentless pursuit for a future where all can thrive and all can know and all can be cleansed because it is just and it is free. In modern times, the struggle continues with movements that address contemporary issues like police brutality and systematic racism. The fight encompasses various arenas, including the ongoing debates over Confederate symbols, the battle against mass incarcerations, and campaigns for economic and educational equality. These efforts, akin to a never-ending cycle of a wash, highlight the societal issues like strands required consistent attention and action. Somebody shout, thoroughly agitated. This process cannot be overstated. Community leaders, educators, young activists, artists, and everyday citizens contribute to this ongoing effort, each in their own way, acts like an agitator in a washing machine, working towards the overall goal of societal improvement. and cleansing of those things that are not like what we know they should be. Our collective actions embody the persistence and necessary work required to confront and wash away all of the stains of inequality. But there is going to be pressure. Somebody say pressure. There's going to be pressure. SG, he said, I never panic, I never freeze. I keep it cool under what? Under pressure. Y'all, come on, help me out. Y'all, come on, help me out. These lyrics embody the resilience whenever seen from our ancestors, thoroughly agitated. So, I need to find out, before I take my seat here in a second, who in the room will be thoroughly agitated and make change for the better of our country. Being thoroughly agitated. It's a call to become agents of change, who through their actions and beliefs stir the waters of complacency and injustice to create a current of transformative progress. Being an agitator is not a passive role. It demands courage. It demands resilience. It demands vision and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. It is about standing up like Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks against oppressive systems despite the risk and the dangers involved. It's about embodying the resilience of leaders like Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X, who despite numerous obstacles remain steadfast in their pursuit for justice. To be an agitator is to be a visionary, to see beyond the present injustices to the future where equality and fairness and justice really lives in our ideas. Big Sean said it best. He said, last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Meaning that I might not have been where I wanted to be, but every day's not going to be like that day. It's to walk in the footsteps of Frederick Douglass and W.B. Du Bois, who not only fought against the wrongs of their time, but also painted a vivid picture of a more equitable society. This role requires the power to inspire, to show that was shown by John Lewis and Angela Davis, whose words and actions railed many to the cause of justice. Like Maya Angelou, who literally worked brave, who gave voice to her pain and hopes of the African American experience. It's about being strategic. Like Ella Baker, whose grassroots organized the focus of a collective critical access to the civil rights movement. Persistence in the hallmark of efficiency, thoroughly agitated, as seen in the tireless efforts of figures like Ida B. Wells in her campaign against lynching and for women's rights, an agitator in education and curriculum using the knowledge of eloquence like Booker T. Washington and James Baldwin to combat injustice. These are individuals that we can look to find ourselves thoroughly motivated. So in order to be thoroughly agitated, we've got to be courageous, we've got to be resilient, we've got to be visionary, we've got to be inspiring. We've got to be influential. We've got to be empathetic. We've got to be strategic. And we have to be persistent. Not only that, but we have to be innovative in times like this. Close your eyes. Walk with me for just a moment. Imagine with me a moment that the very chairs that you are sitting in within this auditorium, you have to understand that these chairs did not just magically appear. They are the result of a journey from imagination to reality. A journey that embodies the recipe of success, from imagination to reality. It all began, these chairs that you're sitting in, began in someone's mind as a vision. Somebody say imagine. A thought, an idea. Someone imagined a chair that wasn't just a place to sit, but it was a part of an experience. This chair had to be comfortable enough for long periods, durable enough to last long years and suitable enough for the artistic approach of the space. This imagination took on a tangible form as it was sketched out on blueprint. Here, creatively, it met the precision of the mind and the imagination that started out as just an idea. It had to be designed, a structure and a blueprint had to exist, and then the action came. The critical phase of where the idea transitioned into reality. Somebody say reality. Materials were carefully selected, each chosen for their quality and suitability for the imaginable chair that was in somebody's mind. Metals and fabrics and plastics were gathered not just for this function, not just to be functional, but for it to be sturdy and for the overall visual effect of the vision. The assembly process was a symphony of coordinated and craftsmanship. Each piece was put together in a precise order, following the blueprint guidance that started out as somebody's imagination, ensuring that every screw was tightened and every part aligned. This process wasn't just about building a chair, it was about bringing a vision to life. But the journey didn't end there. These chairs needed to reach us so that we could have access to them today. They were packed, shipped, and delivered with meticulous planning, every step from the manufacturing floor to the very auditorium that we are a part of today, orchestrated and assembled in the array that we see today. And finally, the installation, the culmination of this idea's journey. Each chair was placed here, not randomly, but with intention, aligning with the vision of this space, contributing to the atmosphere of the auditorium. This, my friends, is the power of imagination fused with action. The chairs you're sitting in are not just furniture. They are a testament to human creativity and execution. They symbolize how an idea, somebody say an idea, a mere figment of imagination, when coupled with action, can materialize into something tangible because of the usefulness of the process. So when we talk about achieving success, let's remember these chairs. Let's remember that success isn't just about dreaming big, but also about meticulous planning, careful execution, and the attention to detail. It's about transforming the intangible into tangible. The imagine is realized once action is put into place. The essence of evolution in today's society for African Americans and all folks in this world is that we have to put action to our imagination. We have to know that it's not just about what we think, but how we think and how we act. So as we sit here today and I get ready to take my seat, let's draw inspiration from these silent yet eloquent symbols of achievement called these chairs. Let us recognize that each of us is on our way, that we can be architects of change, that we can be change agents, that we can be agitators, whether it be through educational advocacy or innovation or the capacity that we have based on our gifts and our talents. So in closing, let these chairs in the rows so neat remind us that no dream is too steep, no vision is too bold, or there is nothing that we can't leap over. With creativity and with brushes and with planning and with the strokes of brilliance from our imagination, we have to keep fighting. We have to keep the action going. We have to find the blueprint. We have to know that the journey is not over until the actionables are complete. So my brothers and sisters, don't stop. You got to go. You got to flow. You got to grow. You got to show. You must forego any issue that you have, and you must outgrow any time of complacency in your life. And most of all, you got to know that it's like Kendrick Lamar said, if God got us, we going to be all right.
Let's give another round of applause for Mr. DeMarcus Hopson. All right, I have the opportunity to provide closing remarks, which means it's getting ready to end. And so the longer I go, the more agitated they may become. I don't want them to escalate to thoroughly agitated with me, okay? So if you could go ahead and bring up the choir, I'm going to end my comments real quickly, but I want to let you all know that first we have to begin with imagining the possibility, right? That's what we heard. So imagine our possibility, all right? And then become agitated with our present so that we can stir up the future. If I may have a little play on the words here, right? Mr. Hopson, if we are thoroughly agitated and we're going to stir up our future, then we need to be ready to take action, because the role of thoroughly agitated is not a passive role. We cannot sit back in the chair that we imagine and not do anything about it, right? And you all are going to agree with me, or I'm going to keep going, because in church, if they don't sing you down, you keep talking. So if you're going to be thoroughly agitated with me, then you need to sing me down. So agree with me as I keep going. Amen? All right, here we go. Now, right before we bring our alma mater and right before we reflect on the message that we just heard, I have a couple of things that I want to ask you to do. All right. See, I already got somebody helping me out over here. That's a good thing. All right. So right before we come to the close of the program and the conference, I want you to reflect on the moment that our speaker, our alumni member, said the valuable thing that made an impression on him was that faculty cared enough for him that on a Saturday they showed up where he was to bring him to class on that following Monday. Somebody was agitated and expected his presence. He also had mentorships here that guided him that he remembers and pointed out in the crowd. Somebody was agitated enough to leave an impression on this young man so that he is standing here today telling us about his experience. So faculty and staff, be thoroughly agitated with your presence so that the students that are standing before you understand how much you care. Raise your head up in the program so you get recognized. Your students see you in this program actively engaged because you care. Students, recognize that the faculty around you are not here just to issue grades or an assignment, but they recognize that the true talent in the land that you stand on is to make sure you are fertilized with knowledge, so wherever you go, you can agitate the earth to grow others to come to this institution and impact the understanding that this young man had about being thoroughly agitated. So at this time, we are going to recognize our speaker one more time, and we're going to invite the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha to present an award to them. I will leave the stage and sit down so that after their presentation, you can hear from the lovely voices of the thoroughly agitated choir who is going to impact us with song.